Hello, everybody, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for January 4th through 10th, 2021. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope that you had a magical New Year's Eve and that you are all looking forward to 2021, and may 2021 be a year of healing and change from where we have been. I'm going to do something a little bit different this week. I'm going to do a reading for each and every sign. There will be timestamps below. But what I'm going to do is pull you each sign a major arcana, and I'm going to read you a definition from a complete guide to the tarot. I've been reading a lot of different books about the tarot for a project that I'm working on, and this right here, the detail and the richness that's given for each card is so beautiful. And so I thought this would be a beautiful way to start off the new year, give you a deeper, a different message about the major arcana. And that's the one that comes forth for you is what Spirit wants you to focus on, wants you to marinate on, wants to bring you deeper insight and clarity on. And for each sign that I pull, so say I pull Judgment for Aries, I will take the Judgment out so that each sign gets their own major arcana energy that Spirit wants to bring forth. And so those of you learning the tarot at this time, you might benefit from listening to each and every sign, just because I am bringing you information from this book. And if you find that you love the information coming from this book as much as me, I've left an Amazon affiliate link below for you to purchase this book for yourself if you so desire. And unfortunately, this is not a book that you can get on the freebooks.com link that I often share. So I will start with Capricorn. Since we are in Capricorn season, there will be timestamps listed for everybody else below. All right, Capricorn, let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. Deeper messages for your spirit, for your soul. Some soul food for Capricorn. And happy birthday to all the Capricorns that are celebrating this week. Okay, let's see, Capricorn. Oh, you guys have the moon energy, the moon in the major arcana, and this card goes very, very deep. I'm excited to read you the deeper definition. And remember, this is what Spirit wants you to focus on, wants you to really absorb deeply into your soul. And the way that you resonate and relate to this moon energy, each and every one of you, is going to be a bit different. So let's take a look. And in this book, it's called a key. So key number 18, the moon. The moon in 3 phases watches over the landscape. From the pool of the cosmic mind, stuff in the foreground, a crayfish appears, symbolizing the early stages of consciousness unfoldment. The wolf is nature's untamed creation. The dog is the result of adaptation to life with man. In the background, halfway up the path, are the twin towers man has erected to protect himself from his hostile environment. The moon will lead him along the rugged path past the towers to the final heights of attainment, if he will be guided by her reflective light and listen to the voice of his subconscious. Once again, the falling drops are yods, representing the descent of the life force from above into material existence. This is the key of sleep and dreams. The moon's 3 phases of intuition concern body, mind, and spirit. The moon mother watches over her birth of spirit into material manifestation. The number 18 consists of the digits 1 and 8, which adds up to 9, thus becoming the second 9 and indicating the second initiation. The hermit was the first 9 on the path. The fool is still on his journey, learning, falling back, and then again advancing. Divinationary meaning: intuition, imagination, deception, unfoldment of latent psychic powers, unforeseen perils, secret foes, bad luck for ones you love. So all the information that Spirit just gave you with this card, it's going to unfold in your subconscious mind for the days and weeks that follow. You are on the path of the moon. Like, think of yourself as the Fool on the journey through the major arcana, and you are at the phase of the moon. So absorb that energy that Spirit just brought you, and also dig further into the Fool's journey, or seek deeper and vaster divinationary meanings that come with this moon energy. So we're going to also pull you a little advice from Spirit to accompany the moon, but that is where you are at on your path right now, Capricorn. And what that means for each of you is going to be something a little different, but it's time for the, dreams of the imaginings that you have to manifest into material form. Okay, let's take a look. We have strength. Don't let weeds and thistles cultivate in your garden. Believe in yourself. Don't let, fearful thoughts, all the what ifs, this, that, and the other stand in the way of what is true and right for you. You've got to trust in the unseen here, Capricorn, with that moon energy. So those are the messages from Spirit to you for this week. Again, happy birthday to each and every one of you. I am wishing you a beautiful magic week, Capricorn. Take care. Hello, Aquarius. How are you? Let's see what special message Spirit wants to seed into your subconscious mind to help you with your journey in the days and weeks moving forward. All right. Oh, nice. You guys got the sun, Aquarius. Yay. This is good energy. So let's open the book and begin the message around the sun, and allow your mind to really absorb what's being said. Spirit's bringing you the message, the energy of the sun card for purpose, because it's part of your path of your journey right now and moving forward. So it's key number 19, and the sun, it has a little bit longer definition than the others, so just bear with me. But remember, allow yourself to really receive this information, this light, this knowledge that Spirit is gifting to you right now. All right. A naked child rides a white horse and holds a red banner. The horse is solar energy, which he now controls without a saddle. He represents perfect control between the conscious and the unconscious. His red banner signifies action and vibration, as do the rays of the sun, so different from the quiet, reflective light of the moon. He carries the banner in his left hand to indicate that control has now passed from the conscious right hand into the subconscious left hand. Just as while we are learning to play the piano or ride a bicycle, we use the conscious part of our minds, but when we have learned, we pass control over to the subconscious. The expert pianist can carry on a conversation while playing an intricate piece, and the youthful bicyclist shouts, "Look, Ma, no hands." The walled garden behind the child is the cultivated garden of man, which he has left behind him. There are 4 sunflowers looking towards him for their full development instead of towards the sun. They represent the 4 elements: air, earth, fire, and water. The child is fair like the Fool, and like the Fool, he wears a wreath and red feathers. His nakedness indicates that he no longer has anything to hide. Here the Fool has gained spiritual victory over the lower aspects of his nature, a very different triumph from which he has been demonstrating as the charioteer in key 7, and when his conquest was only over his own will. The number 19 is associated in mythology and legends as the number of the sun. One who has attained to 19 becomes a sun initiate, ready to accomplish for humanity on the inner planes what the sun accomplishes in giving light and warmth to the earth. Divinationary meaning: material happiness, success, attainment, a good marriage, happy reunions, achievements in the arts, science, and agriculture, studies completed, liberation, pleasure in the simple life. So Aquarius, you are coming out of the moon. And with the moon energy, that's where the, imaginings are now going to manifest into material realm. And you've really got to trust in the unseen path forward. And now here you are stepping in the sun, and Spirit's bringing you this information for the days and weeks up ahead in your life, on your journey. And this is where you are. And so all of the information that came through in this divinationary meaning from this book, really allow yourself to absorb that. On the Fool's journey through the major arcana, you are at the point of the sun right now. And so, look up more information about the Fool's journey through the major arcana, and also look up more information about the sun in general in the tarot, because this is where you're at. This is the energy that you are working with, Aquarius. All right, let's pull you a little bit of advice to go with the sun. Okay, oh, look at this. Listen, jumped out. Be alert, the soft chiming bells call to nearby fairies. Oh yeah, so all of the universe is speaking to you right now, Aquarius, leading you to your moment in the sun. And that will be different for each and every one of you, but that is where you guys are at right now, Aquarius. Those are your messages. I am sending you each lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, Pisces. Let's see what major arcana energy Spirit wants to bring to you and let you know that you're working with at this time. And the meaning of this that comes through is going to unfold bigger and vaster over the days and weeks that are to come. So really marinate on what Spirit's bringing forth in this reading for you personally. Okay, so look at this, Pisces. Spirit says, let's talk about the Hanged Man. So where you're at on the Fool's journey through the major arcana, you have come to the Hanged Man energy. So that's definitely going to speak to you guys in an area of your life where you feel blocked, you are lacking clarity, you feel like you can't move forward, you're feeling restricted. Okay, so that's what Spirit wants to talk to you about to help you out with this. So let's get into the book and read the meaning of the Hanged Man. And remember, really allow what is said here to penetrate you and go deep to your core, because Spirit's trying to bring you a big answer that will be very liberating and freeing for you. All right, and so it's key 12 and it's a little bit long, so bear with me, Pisces. This says, a youth is suspended by one foot from a T-cross of living wood. His arms, folded behind his back together with his head, form a triangle with the point downward. His legs form a cross. To an extent, the Hanged Man is still earthbound, for his foot is attached to the T-cross. He has attained at least a measure of perfection, but not yet the complete freedom symbolized in key 21, the world. The initiated man now stands as a responsible co-worker with the divine. It is as though during the cycle from 1 to 10, God had held the hand of his child and guided him in the carving the model of the man to be. Now the chisel is left in the hands of the matured youth, and he must create from the materials given to him. He must, like the hermit, take his part in the world's redemption. The sign is the sign of, okay, so this sign, and I just have to actually show it to you. The sign, this right here on the actual tarot card. The sign is the sign of the accomplishment of great work, the overcoming of personality, and the transmutation of the lower passions into pure gold. At the 12th step, we still find the initiate reversed, although ultimately he must stand on his own feet and surmount the cross, thus this symbol here. We see the Hanged Man, the idea of the utter dependency of the human personality on the tree of cosmic life. Here we also have associations with Hercules as a symbol of the sun in its passage through the 12 signs of the zodiac, or the 12 labors of Hercules. He is a compound of God and hero. He represents the 12 steps of initiation through which every man must pass. then the lower forces of the signs of the zodiac will have been transmuted into the higher, upper-lifting powers of each sign. This card has profound significance. Even though much of it is veiled, man must now accomplish his regeneration for himself consciously and voluntarily. Divinationary meaning. In spiritual matters, wisdom, prophetic power, a pause in one's life, suspended decisions, self-surrender leads to a transformation of the personality. Material temptation is conquered. So Pisces, you guys are at a point here, okay? This is a very, very spiritual card, the information that has come forth. And, you know, in most tarot readings, it's not presented as such. And, you know, sometimes the hangman goes deep and other times it's just talking about, you know, a simple thing that's in your way. And right now, Pisces Spirit's taking you deep, deep into your soul, because it's time for a major transmutation so you can evolve beyond a blockage in some area of your life. So a deeper understanding and unfoldment of this energy and this message will come to you in the days and weeks to follow. So let's pull you a little bit of advice to go with this Hanged Man. Self-care. Tend to your garden, and your garden includes your mind, your emotions, your spirit, and your physical body, Pisces. Tend the garden. That's where Spirit's directing you, tending the garden, and you're going to discover all the answers. So those are your messages, Pisces. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, Aries. How are you guys? Let's see what major arcana energy Spirit is bringing forth for you guys. And this message that Spirit brings forth is to walk with you for the days and weeks to follow, all right? To really expand your subconscious mind somehow, some way. So let's see which energy, where you are at in your journey through the major arcana. Okay, so you guys are currently at Justice. And this is about balance, fairness, karma, okay? And so think of yourself as the Fool in the major arcana, moving through each and every major arcana card. And here you are, number 11, Justice. So let's read from the book and see the deeper meaning that Spirit wants to bring forth from this card for you guys. Okay, so key number 11, Justice. Justice is seated between the positive and negative forces, indicated by the pillars first seen in the High Priestess and again in the Hierophant. Her sword is lifted in defense of justice, and none can escape it. It points upward, indicating victory, and is two-edged to convey the actions destroyed as well as builds. And the false must be cut away from the true. The three ternets of her crown and the four sides, the jewels in the center, add up to the number 7, Venus. In her left hand are the scales of gold, always related to balance and judgment. Balance is indicated here as it is in key 8, strength. Key 8 and 11 represent two aspects of the operation of a single power, creative imagination. All imagination is based on memory. This key is that of the Great Mother, through whose love, care, and perfect justice the children of men may achieve equilibrium. With this key, the Fool embarks on a higher cycle of manifestation, but with all the experience gained during the previous sequence of the 10 keys. The purified, disciplined personality now recognizes the one life and feels it standing beside him, as the sword of power endows him with the ability to divine right from wrong. Divinationary meaning. Justice will be done. Balance is required. Lawsuits will be won. The balanced personality demands elimination of excess baggage, wrong ideas, useless forms of education. A mixture of the right ingredients is welcome, as in science, chemistry, and cooking may be may be taken the desire for education with well-balanced mind as its objective. So Aries, it is time for some karmic balance in your life, energies to perfect themselves, and the way that plays out will be different for each and every one of you. But this is what Spirit is saying. This is where you are at through your journey through the major arcana, and it's time for you to receive justice. It's time for you to receive karma that is owed to you, okay? And this says lawsuits will be won. So Spirit's talking about positive energy here for you, Aries. So let's pull some advice to go with this justice. Release, lighten your load. Wow. And in that divinationary meaning in this book, it talked about that, right? The excess baggage, what doesn't belong. It's time for your load to lighten in a very, very positive way, Aries. So those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, Taurus. How are you? Let's see what message Spirit wants to bring forth through the major arcana energy. And this is going to represent where you are currently at on your journey through the major arcana energy. So show us, Taurus, what you want to tell Taurus. Oh, nice. Look at you. You got the Empress, which is a card that is often associated to you guys because of that Venus energy. So you're coming through as Empress, and the messages that come forth with this card, Spirit really wants you to absorb into your soul. This is bringing you great guidance of where you're at on your journey, and for many of you, what's about to manifest, your potential, where you're headed. All right, so let's get into the book and go a bit deeper into this message. But you guys, your journey through the major arcana, you are currently at the Empress. So here we are, key 3, the Empress. The Empress is the Earth Mother. Here seated in a blooming garden, a field of ripe wheat lies before her, sacred to the Egyptian goddess Isis. Behind her is seen the stream of consciousness flowing between the cypress trees and sacred to Venus. The heart-shaped shield is inscribed with the symbol of Venus. The Empress's hair is bound with a wreath of myrrh, again reminiscent of Venus, as are the 7 pearls around her neck. She wears a crown of 12 stars, each with 6 points, denoting dominion over the macrocosm, as does her scepter surmounted by a globe. The High Priestess symbolized the virgin state of the cosmic subconscious, but the Empress typifies the productive, generating activities in the subconscious after it has been impregnated by the after it's been impregnated by the seeded ideas from the self-conscious. The subconscious has control over all steps of development in the material world. Therefore, Empress represents the multiplier of images. She is the goddess of love, Venus, the symbol of universal fecundity. As the High Priestess is Isis veiled, the Empress is Isis unveiled. Divinationary meaning: material wealth, marriage, fertility, for would-be parents, for farmers, or for people in the creative arts. It is position, if not the best placement in relationship to other cards. It sometimes indicates luxury and wealth. Wow. So Taurus, this is all about, things getting better for you. And sorry for my reading blunders. I don't have my glasses on. I should have put them on before I jumped into this project. But here we are. This is where you're at. Your subconscious mind is impregnated with something right now, okay? You're growing something, you're cultivating something that's going to manifest into the physical realm. So right now, it's very, very important for you to cultivate the garden of your mind, because you have a seed that has taken root, and something is going to manifest, and it brings forth abundance. It brings forth love. It brings forth luxury. So let's pull you some advice with this Empress energy. And this is where you're at on your journey right now, Taurus. Surprises. Venture down the rabbit hole. Wow. Expect good things to come your way. You've planted some real good seeds here, Taurus, and right now it's just time to cultivate the garden of your subconscious mind and keep your vibes high, because that will bring forth the highest potential, you know, for what's trying to manifest for you here. All right, so those are your messages, Taurus. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, Gemini. How are you? Let's see what major arcana spirit is going to bring forth for you about your journey right now, where you're at, what's going on in your life. Oh, looky what you got. You got the Wheel of Fortune. So good things are about to happen for Gemini. The Wheel of Fortune definitely beginning to turn in your favor. So let's go to the book for the deeper meaning. And remember, allow these messages to really penetrate you. Spirit is bringing you this message, the energy of the Wheel of Fortune for purpose. And this is key 10, the Wheel of Fortune. All right. Here is the ever-turning Wheel of Fortune, which carries men and their destinies up and down. This is the esoteric meaning of the key, but the many symbols it depicts give it a much more profound and subtle significance. The serpent descending the wheel is the typhoon, the Egyptian god of evil in one of his many forms. Typhon is also used to represent the life force on its descent into manifestation. This is the same force that descends at the compound of the magician, key number 1, in the garden. On the right-hand side of the wheel, the jackal head Egyptian god Hermes Anubis, in the symbol of intelligence, ever aspiring to ascend, while evil is ever descending into darkness and disintegration. The wheel has 3 circles, of which the inner one is the creative forces, the middle is the formative power, and the outer is the material world. The same symbolism as in the 3 tiers of the Hierophant's crown. The 8 spokes are like the 8-pointed star in key 17. They represent universal radiant energy. This design is also represented 10 times on the costume of key 0, the Fool. The number of the 4 mystical animals in the 4 corners adds up to 26, which is the number of Jehovah. These are mentioned in the Bible, Ezekiel 1:10, Revelations 4:7. There is also a correspondence to the fixed signs of the zodiac, the bull of Taurus, the lion of Leo, the eagle of Scorpio, and the man or angel to Aquarius. The Sphinx the Sphinx at rest at the top of the wheel is wisdom and the principle of equilibrium, sustainability amidst movement, suggesting that we are not always governed by chance and fatality, but that we have the power to change our lives. This key stands for the perpetual motion of the fluid universe and for the flux of human life within it. Divinationary meaning: success, unexpected turn of luck, change of fortune for the better, new conditions, creative evolution within the laws of chance. So, Gemini, this is amazing. You guys are moving on this wheel. Something is going to really change in your life, okay? But the Wheel of Fortune also, as you know, I read here, represents much more depth than what's taking place in our external world. And so Spirit's pulling you within yourself to help you understand the better aspects of you and what makes you tick. All right, bring you into this whole new perception, because the way the wheel is turning for you, you need to have whole new eyes to see you. You need to see yourself in a much, much higher light. Wow, Gemini, good things coming for you guys. All right, let's pull some advice for you guys. Release, lighten your load. So the way the wheel is turning for you is definitely lightening your load and making you feel more optimistic, happier, more in harmony. So Gemini, Spirit wanting you to know good things are coming your way. So those are your messages, Gemini. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, Cancer. How are you? Let's see which major arcana Spirit wants to bring forth to talk to you about, to let you know where you're at on your journey at this time. Oh, nice. Look at this. You guys have the Star. So Spirit wants to bring you a deeper meaning to the energy of the Star. That is where you are. Imagine yourself as the Fool moving through the major arcana, and you are here, Cancer. So let's get into the book and go deeper into this message that Spirit wants to bring you. And remember, the way, like, you're just receiving the message right now, and it's going to change and transform within you over the days and weeks to follow. Spirit really wants you to connect in and marinate on the information and energy that you're being given right now. So here we are, key 17, the Star. A beautiful maiden kneels with one knee on land and one foot in the water. The earth supports her weight, but she balances herself on the water of the subconscious. She is the Empress and Mother Nature pouring the water of life onto the material earth. The 5 rivets represent the 5 senses before they run into the pool of universal consciousness. From the other picture, she pours directly into the pool, which is stirred into vibration by meditation. Behind the maiden, the sacred ibis of thought rests on a tree, mind. In the sky are 7 small 8-pointed stars and a large one, all representing radiant cosmic energy. The 7 smaller stars correspond to the 7 chakras of the body. This is the key of meditation, showing us that meditation modifies and transmutes the personal expressions of cosmic energy that pour down upon the maiden. If we will but listen, the truth will unveil itself to us in the silence. From the record of nature's memory, symbolized by the scroll of the High Priestess, we gain wisdom out of which meditation develops specific powers by controlling the animal forces in human personality, as pictured in Key 8, Strength. Divinationary meanings, insight, inspiration, hope, unselfish aid, good health, the gift of spirit, great love will be given and received. Wow. So Cancer, Spirit is saying it is all within you. And I believe the messages I got last week for you guys was taking like some journey within, like information at your sacred center, activation happening for you, and Spirit's reiterating that again this week. So Cancer, I highly recommend you guys doing some meditations. There are a ton on YouTube to choose from, immersing yourself in the deeper or ancient teachings of the tarot, especially around the Star, because this is where you are at on your journey at some area in your life. And Spirit is saying all answers, all solutions are found within. Somehow, some way. You are very intuitive, Cancer. You are connected to the higher realms. The answers are there. They're meant to be found. And, you know, the 7 chakras being in alignment allows for the ultimate illumination. And look at, we got success, bloom where you are planted. It's time for really connecting to your sacred center, Cancer, because that is where the answer, the healing, whatever it is, comes from for you guys, all right? So those are your messages. I am sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, Leo. How are you? Let's see what major arcana energy Spirit's going to bring forth to talk about some area of your life and really help you, you know, bring you clarity, bring you insight, bring you understanding. Okay, so you guys have the Hermit coming out. This is a very spiritual card and energy coming through. So this is all going to hit you guys, each a little different. But there is definitely an awakening happening inside of you, Leo. Your soul is calling you. There's just, this is all about what's going on inside of you. So let's read the message from the book to go deeper, but also keep in mind that this is where you're at on your path. As you know, the full moves through the major arcana and you are here at the Hermit, and this is your answer, your guidance for some area of your life. So this is key 9, the Hermit. The Hermit stands isolated on a snowy mountain peak, holding up a lantern to guide those below. This is the lighted lamp of truth, containing within it the 6-pointed star, the seal of Solomon. The Hermit carries a patriot's staff to use on a narrow path of initiation. His cloak is the mantle of discretion, and in some decks he partly covers the lantern with it as to protect the truth from profane eyes. He is ready to go to the help of every man who cries for light. He remains on the heights throughout the long nights of spiritual darkness. Only those who dare, do, and keep silent can see the light of the Hermit's lamp. Be humble if thou wouldest attain wisdom. Be humbler still when the wisdom thou hast mastered. The number 9 is the number of pure intellect, also the number of initiation, because it is the Trinity of Trinities. In it, all numbers are gathered up to emerge once more in a new cycle of 10. The 6-pointed star, the seal of Solomon, is also figured as a 9 by counting the outer and inner points in a special way. Every soul is upon some step of the path. We ourselves may have passed them on the way. When we refuse to recognize the divine center in others, we are bearing false witness, for we are not seeing our fellow men as they are. Buddha has said, the light of truth, high noon, is not for tender leaves. And from the scriptures come the words of those who have faith. Thy word shall be the light upon my path. Divinationary meaning, silent counsel, prudence, discretion, receiving wisdom from above, instruction from an expert in your field, a meeting with one who will guide the seeker on a path to material or spiritual ends, an attainment of a goal. A journey may be necessary in order to gain knowledge. So, Leo, this is the energy that Spirit is bringing forth, an answer, a solution, your way forward for some area of your life right now. And this is a very spiritual card. And for some of you, you know, this is Spirit saying you are receiving that guidance from, you know, signs, synchronicity all around you. Others of you, you're receiving it through your intuition. Some of you, there is somebody who's going to come across your path who's going to give you a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and guidance. And it's imperative that you listen to it and follow it through, all right? But a beautiful awakening is happening inside you, Leo. So let's pull some advice to go along with this Hermit. And also, those of you who have been on a very solitary journey for some time, there's been great purpose for it, and you're gonna come into that understanding now, because your path is about to switch and it's not gonna be so solitary. All right, look at this. How perfect. Hidden depths. You only see the surface. Look beyond. Yep, that's all about the hermit. Not just in yourself, but as well as others, Leo. Really go beneath the surface and you'll feel the intuitive yes or no within about what you think you're seeing there. All right, so those are your messages from Spirit, Leo. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, Virgo. How are all my Virgos doing? Let's see what major arcana energy Spirit wants to bring forth for you guys, wants to talk to you about, wants to guide you on. Okay, so Spirit is bringing through a Judgment, Virgo. This is a very spiritual card. It's a balancing, it's a second chance, okay? So think of yourself as the Fool moving through all the major arcana energies, okay? The Fool's journey through the major arcana. This is where you're at, number 20, Judgment. So let's open up the book and read the deeper meaning about this. And Virgo, really allow the messages and energy of this card to penetrate you deeply, because this is such a spiritual energy. Spirit's really trying to give you an answer about something here. So it's key 20 and Judgment. The angel Gabriel emerges from the heavens blowing on his trumpet. Its 7 basic tones indicated by the 7 lines radiating from it. This imperial blast is the creative word that liberates man from his terrestrial limitations. The cross on the banner is solar, symbol of the balance of forces. The coffins floating on the sea of the cosmic mind stuff, which is the ultimate goal of those streams and pools that begin in the high priestess and pass through many forms. Snowy mountains beyond the sea are the heights of abstract thought. The hour cometh, and now it is in which all they which... Let me start over, Virgo. The hour cometh, and now is in which all they which are in tombs. That's exactly... That doesn't make sense to me, but that's how it is. I thought I had to do it again, but nope, I wasn't reading that wrong. Are all in tombs of human belief, shall hear his voice and shall arise. This is the reawakening of nature under the influence of spirit, the mystery of birth and death, the man arising from the tomb of world belief in, again, the conscious, the woman, the subconscious, the child, the regenerated personality. Spirit has now fully closed itself in man, and the Word has been made flesh and dwells amongst us. The one who has passed the test, including the crucial last test, is always called the twice born. Key 20 is composed of 2 complete cycles of 10, each containing the experience of the 9 digits. But unlike the first 10, in which one stands before the 0 of unmanifested forces, here we find 2, signifying that the life force entered into the matter and was multiplied. The power belongs to him who knows, and he who knows is then responsible. Therefore, the fool is the one who, by effort and suffering, has found the secrets of life. Divinationary meaning: a life well lived, a work well done, awakening, renewal, legal judgments in one's favor, a change of personal consciousness, which is now on the verge of blending with the universal. Ooh, Virgo. This is deep and this is spiritual. Some of you, it's like you're completing a major cycle and you're being wiped clean. It's like a reset and you're moving into these beautiful new energies and vibrations, okay? And in the days and weeks that follow this reading, you're going to find yourself being the angel here and, looking down upon your choices and the choices of others in your path and your journey and how it all interconnects together. And there's forgiveness in your heart and there's liberation and there's freedom. freedom. So you are really emerging up out of an old version of yourself, a situation, circumstances, and you are anew, but you are wiser for it. Oh, Virgo, this is deep for you guys. All right, let's pull you some advice to go with this Judgment card. Patience. Wait for the fruit to ripen, and that's where you're at, Virgo. You have been patient, and now you're coming to the end of the cycle, a big cycle. You know, remember, this is 20. I talked about the 2 there, all right? And your patience is going to pay off. So those are your messages, Virgo. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, Libra. How are you guys? Let's see what major arcana energy Spirit wants to bring forth and talk about. And this is where you're at right now in some area of your life, Libra. So let's see. Okay, you are in a major transformation with the death energy coming through. So a lot falling away, so a lot of new can come in. Spirit wanting to bring you answers about some things that, you know, have had to leave your life, and maybe you didn't want that or you didn't understand that, but ooh, Libra, this is powerful. Let's go to the book and go deeper into this message. Key 13, death. And really absorb what Spirit brings forth from this card, okay? This is meant to really bring you comfort and guidance about some area of your life, something you've been going through. A skeleton in armor rides on a white horse that tramples over a fallen king and draws near to a child and woman who turn from him in dread. The standing figure is a bishop in a shape of a fish, denoting the Piscean age, which is about to end or has ended at this point. Death carries a banner on which there is a 5-petaled rose, symbol of Mars and the life force. The river in the background indicates the constant circulation of life force into materialization and then out again. The water, as it flows to the sea, is sucked up by the sun to form clouds, from which rain falls into the streams and then to the river again. The sun on the eastern horizon indicates immortality. Once the 2 towers, which we meet again in Key 18, have been passed. The fundamental meaning of death in Key 13 is that of the manifestor of the universe. The sun is the center, and the 12 signs of the zodiac surround it, making 13 signs in all. The king has fallen, reminding us that kings must inevitably fail. There is perpetual transformation. One must accept that which is death and birth. Death is a protest against stagnation. It is by death that social changes for the better come to pass and old ideas give way. With the new generation, new ideas gain currency as youth moves into maturity. This card is a suggestion to change old concepts for new, to change rigid intellectual patterns, petty prejudices, ambitions and opinions gradually die. The change from the personal to the universal view is so radical that mystics often compare it to death. But death is the twin brother of life. Creation necessitates its opposite, destruction. As spirit descends into matter, so it must return to its source. Death is half of the universal transformation principle, but spirit is immortal, thus humanity can never die, for the destroyer has become the creator. Divinationary meaning: transformation, change, destruction followed by renewal. The change may be consciousness, birth of new ideas, new opportunities. Wow, Libra. Major transformation, major change. There is some part of you or your life, your belief system that is falling away. It has served its purpose and now it must perish, okay? Because there's a lot of new energy that's coming into your world. And so this is a message for you from Spirit that all is well. You are changing, you are transforming, you are moving ever closer towards that which you desire. And right now is one of those moments where a lot of changes are happening at once, but you're going to love the outcome. You're going to love the path in which you are being led to. So trust the changes happening in your life, Libra. Let's pull you some advice. Release, lighten your load. Yeah, how perfect is that? What's falling away must go to make way for what is meant to be, where you are headed next, Libra. So have no fear. There's a lot of beautiful things up ahead for you. All right, so those are your messages, Libra. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, Scorpio. How are you guys? Let's see what major arcana energy Spirit wants to bring forth for you guys to give you some direction and insight as to where you're at on your journey right now in some area of your life. Okay, Scorpio, so we've got the Strength card coming out. Think of yourself as the Fool moving through the major arcana energies. This is where you are. You are here at the energy of strength. And so through this card, the message of this card, Spirit is trying to bring you an answer, is trying to give you guidance in some area of your life, all right? And this is where the higher mind overrides and brings the answer. So some of you may have to really rise above fear and doubt, all right, to see clearly, to see your path forward. So let's get in and read the deeper meaning here of key number 8, strength. A woman garlanded with flowers is either closing or opening a lion's mouth. Above her head is the cosmic eternal of life, indicating that she is in control thanks to the spiritual power above her, the infinity symbol. She is exhibiting spiritual courage and the power that emanates from it, for the lion represents the passion and lower nature of man. For a consciousness aware of the sign of eternity above it, there are no obstacles, nor can there be any fear of resistance. Her simple white robe indicates purity. Around her waist there is a chain of roses, symbol of the union of the desire, which creates such strength that wild unconscious forces bow before it. The message transmitted by this key is that we must learn to create a balance between our spiritual and carnal natures, and thus influence the lower of the two. This lesson of the need for harmony between opposing forces is often noted in the tarot. Divinationary meaning: force of character, spiritual power overcoming material power, love triumphing over hate, the higher nature over the carnal desires. All right, so Scorpio, Spirit really wants you to rise above into your higher mind, because the energies around you, you know, in the 3D, are not a perfect reflection of what's really going on or where you're headed. And intuitively within, your spirit knows, all right? But you keep getting very distracted by the shadow energies that are at play. And Spirit is saying, rise above to that higher mind, Scorpio, and you will see the truth as clear as day. And you will walk through the valley of darkness with no fear, all right? You have nothing to fear. And going into the higher mind, you're going to see them, all right? So go deeper into the meaning and messages of the strength energy, because this is where you're at on your journey right now, and it's do not fear. There is nothing for you to fear, Scorpio. All right, let's pull you some advice. Oh, listen, look at that. Listen jumped out. Be alert. The soft chiming bells call to nearby fairies. Oh my gosh. Yes. Go to the higher mind. Okay, Scorpio, you connect in with the higher realms. You receive perfect insight in that space. And, you know, your spirits around you, your spirit guides, your angels are really trying to lift your eyes to the light, so that you don't get sucked into the darkness, because it's like the darkness is a falsity here. And rising above, you will see things perfectly crystal clear. All right, so those are your messages, Scorpio. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello, Sagittarius. Okay, well, this here is the card that Spirit wants to bring forth, the major arcana energy. And this, think of yourself as, you know, being the Fool, moving through the major arcana. This is where you are. So where are we? We are at the Tower. Ooh, Sagittarius, it is time for a big move. It is time for a big shake-up and change-up in your life. Or you've recently been through that and you're very unsettled about why that had to take place. And so through the Tower, the deeper message from the Tower, Spirit's trying to bring you clarity and understanding, okay? And the deeper message of this card is going to reveal itself to you more and more as the days and weeks follow this reading. So Sagittarius, let's get into the Tower, the deeper meaning of that. Key number 16. This is the Tower of Ambition built on false premises. It is made of the bricks of traditional race thought and the wrong use of personal will. Streaks of lightning issue from the sun. The crown of the materialistic thought falls from the Tower. The lightning is also the divine fire that destroys only what is evil and purifies and refines what is good. The falling drops of light or dew seems here as well in key 18 and in the ace of 3 suits of the minor arcana and the Hebrew yods. They signify the descent of life force from above into the conditions of material existence. The man and woman are falling from the Tower of material security after a brilliant glimpse of truth. We see here the cosmic consciousness struggling to break through man's thoughts of material ambition and bring them to naught in order that he may build again. When man sells his soul to the devil and uses his occult knowledge for evil ends, then destruction descends upon him from above. Key 16 has been associated with the fall of Satan's kingdom. This Tower is built upon a foundation of misapprehension. Except the Lord built the house, they labor in vain that built it. Divinationary meaning, change, conflict, overthrow of existing ways of life, old notions upset. Disruption will bring enlightenment in its wake. Selfish ambition is about to come to naught. Okay, so Sagittarius, with this, I'm really feeling that this is an energy that was around you, okay? And it appeared as one thing, but it showed itself to be something different, and it was a huge shock for you. It was like the rug was pulled out from underneath you. And what Spirit wants you to know more than anything else is it was built upon shadow energy. There was so much falsity and untruths, okay? It had no real potential, and you didn't see it that way. Like, you didn't see the depth of darkness and ill intent, whether it was a relationship, a job, a situation, or something that you were trying to reach for yourself, okay? What Spirit is showing me is your intention, your light is pure in this, but what you were trying to align to was not of the same frequency. In fact, it was quite opposite, and that's why it had to fall away, or it couldn't manifest, it couldn't pan out, because it truly was not in your highest good. Like, you dodged a bullet somehow, some way, Sagittarius. I was feeling that so strong as I was reading you that meaning. You dodged a bullet somehow, some way. And so you know, you're all going to relate and resonate to this in a different way, but that's what Spirit wants you to know, is you know, what just crumbled away, it's because it was false and you were spared. All right, so let's pull some advice. Grow. All flowers must grow through dirt, okay? And now you are starting to rebuild again somehow, some way, but this is going to be on a solid foundation this time, all right? Don't give up on the now because of what happened in the past. You deserve so much more than whatever that was, and Spirit wants you to know that, Sagittarius. So those are your messages. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care.